What is up, my britches? If you are new here, hello, my name is Brittany, and the Chantecaille Sylvie sale is upon us. So, I wanted to go through all of the products that I have from Chantecaille and tell you guys all my thoughts and opinions. I'm going to share my favorites, my least favorites, some that I think are incredible, some that I think are way too expensive for what they give me, but that's what I'm here for, to deliver to you the tea on my opinions on Chantecaille. So please believe, you guys have heard me talk mad shit about Chantecaille products in the past because I've had some great experiences, I've had some poor experiences, and these are expensive. So that's where I'm here. I'm very nitpicky, I'm very judgy, and I expect when I'm paying this price point, it needs to blow me away, and some of their products have. So that's what I'm going to share with you guys today. So I would love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions on all these products. These were, I think, all except for one collection sent to me. So I have a bunch of skincare. I've got this box of makeup here. I'm going to go through it all. I'm going to apply everything on my face today. So it's like chit chat, get ready with me sort of a situation. So before we get started, except it's root beer. Listen, guys, I got way too turned up last night. I had to say no to the alcohol today. So, I would love to hear, too. Let me know your guys' favorites or least favorites from Chantecaille. Like I said, it's very expensive products. They're a luxury brand. And it's like, I've heard so many people do different videos with the brand. So, if you want to hear more about the brand specifically, there's so many videos out there. I know... what was it? Behind the Beauty, I think, did an interview with one of the representatives from Chantecaille, and then I've seen a lot of other creators just do partnership type videos, just basically talking with the representatives of the company, just in more detail about the company itself. Me personally, I don't give a shit about that stuff. I'm like, all right, I want to know if these products are good. That's it. That's the tea for me. So if you're not familiar with the Sylvie sale, every single year they have what is called the Sylvie sale, who is the owner of Chantecaille. So Sylvie's birthday, they have this glorious 30% off site-wide sale. So this is not sponsored. These products were sent to me, but this was not like a sponsorship type video. I got products for this video, but I didn't have to do this sort of a video. But I get excited whenever I see like luxury brands doing this much of a discount, because this is like, if you're going to buy anything, this is the time to shop. Because why wouldn't you want to save 30%, right? So I do have an early access discount code for you guys. It's BRIT30. From yesterday up until the 31st, you could shop the Sylvie sale. I think from now until the 28th is like early access, and then it opens to the public after that with, I think, the code Sylvie30. So a bunch of other creators have these codes as well. Here's my code for you. If you guys are shopping, I would love for you to use it. It's not affiliate code, but I do have an affiliate link in the description box, and I'm going to link all the products that I'm going to mention and talk about today. So there's that. You're welcome. I'm sure you've seen it because I've seen all these videos, other creators doing them too, because I'm like, I lost so much track of time. I'm like, oh my God, I forgot the Sylvie sale already started. So here I am, showing up late to the party, but better late than never. Okay, so let's start with the skincare products, and I'm just going to mention whether I think they're great, whether or not would I actually pay the price for these products, okay? Because I feel like that's the most helpful, and I'll just kind of mention like what I use these types of products for. So the first one I feel like is almost like the cult favorite. This is the Chantecaille, the Pure Rose Water. This is basically like the heart of all of their products. So all of Chantecaille products, they have a rose fragrance to them, but it's like a very natural, fresh bouquet of roses type of scent. So this one here, I could use this as like a setting spray, a facial mist. I think this is best served for facial mist. It doesn't prolong my makeup or anything like that. It's basically for me like a refresher spray. It has a very like spa-like rosy scent to it. It's very bouge. Like, I feel like this one, because I would say it's just like a facial spray, I don't know if I could necessarily justify the price for this, because I think this is in like the $70 range. Let me pull up This is $75 normally. So I'm over here like, okay, but would I spend $75 on this to repurchase this over and over and over again? I don't think that I could say that just because I'm like, it's $75 and it's a refresher spray. But I know, I see Mo Makeup Mo Beauties here. She is who put me onto this. She uses this like all the damn time with her bougie ass. So I'm like, okay, I think where this would be an excellent purchase would be for a gift, or if you're like, I want to try it for like that luxury experience, because you do get the glass bottle. It does give you that bougie experience as well. It's just not a facial mist that I would say it like takes my makeup look to another level, or it takes my skincare to another level. It's very calming. I could see this being ideal for nighttime. And it's almost like a toner and a spray almost, but it doesn't like give me life-changing results, if that makes sense. And that's where I'm like, for $75, I feel like it needs to change my life. And this doesn't necessarily do that for me. So that's the Rosewater. And then, guys, as we're going through, please in the live chat, let us know your guys' thoughts on these products too, because opinions are like assholes. Everybody's got one. I just want the powder. This is unnecessary. We're going to get there. Oh my God. That shit sold out so fast though. But we're going to talk about that in a little bit. Okay. I used this for the first time today. This is the Chantecaille, the Hibiscus Smoothing Mask. Now this one, like I said, all these products are going to have that like rose based scent to them. I think this one is something that's a little less abrasive on the skin, comparing it to the Drunk Elephant, the Sakari Baby Facial. I did use this just basically on the center of my face today. I think this is something for if you have textured skin, you want to look a little bit more smooth for an event. Like if I'm gonna get ready for an event, I would pop this on my face like 15 minutes beforehand. You let it sit on your face for 10 minutes, wipe it off with a cloth. It just gives you that more smooth looking effect to the skin. And I love that for me, because I love getting that like instant gratification, especially in this area right here. That's one area that I'm like, I always notice the texture. It's not going to get rid of texture, I don't think. I haven't used it long term to test the theory, but it's like, for this price point, I already pay that for Drunk Elephant, and it gives me kind of like a similar vibe. I think if you have more sensitive skin though, this would be more ideal for you, because it does give a more like calming feel to the skin. It almost feels like smoothing and soothing as well, because it does have, I think it has almost like a, I don't know, like cooling sensation is what comes to mind. So it's like, it feels like it's working. But I think my skin looks bomb.com, right? She cute. Oh my God, I just realized I still have the Rosewater on the screen. So this is this is the product here that I'm talking about. So this retails for $90. So I think the Drunk Elephant one is $80 or $88. So similar price range. I could see myself buying this as like a repurchase just for this purpose. Like I said, I like these types of products, especially when I have events or anything like that, just as like an extra step to a bougie ass routine. And I really do like this packaging as well. Like this feels high end. I do like the Drunk Elephant. I like that sort of packaging as well, because it feels very clean. This one, it's not going to have that same aesthetic. Like you have to dip your fingers and stuff, whereas the Drunk Elephant, it has the pump. But this, it's like, it's just an aesthetic, right? Look at, I've got primer or like paint all over my hands. I'm a mess, guys. So this one, I'm like, I've only used it once, so I don't have a ton of thoughts on it. But after like what I saw today and how I think this looks way more smooth than it usually does, that's where I'm like, yeah, I could see myself, especially getting 30% off. Yes, bitch. Yup. Would definitely want that. And then a product that I've been reaching for a lot is the Rice and Geranium, the Foaming Cleanser. This is one, Mo put me onto this one as well, because she's a big fan of Chantecaille. She already did her video as well. I haven't watched everybody's videos because I'm like, I like to just give my own thoughts and not let others influence me on like the things that I say. It just comes out that way. So this is basically just a daily cleanser, in my opinion. This does have, for me, a slight like gentle exfoliate, like an exfoliate property in it. Like it feels like it has like tiny little beads in there, but they're not abrasive on the skin. At least to me, it's not abrasive on my skin at all. You need the tiniest amount of this though. Like it lathers insanely. Like the first time I used it, because I'm comparing it to like my Tatcha, the rice wash. That is still like my favorite cleanser of all time because I feel like it gives me that daily exfoliant that's not going to be too much for my skin. I feel like this comes second to that one though, just because it has that like lather effect that I know that a lot of people like. Like if you like something that's very like foamy and sudsy, you'd probably like this more than you would like the Tatcha. So this, it's like the tiniest amount. Like I'm telling you, I'm going to show you. You could use like this much and that's all you need of this one. And like I said, it has those just, it has like tiny beads in it, but it doesn't feel like it's too much. It's almost like you could barely feel them. I would buy that again. I like the fragrance of it. I like how it has that just, it has a, I would say, it's like, I always think of like a foaming cleanser just with how this like lathers, but it's not. It's better than that because it has like that traditional like cleanser type of, almost like a serum maybe. I don't know. It's a cleanser and I think it's great. Does it beat my Tatcha rice wash though? No, it doesn't. I gotta say Tatcha is still winning for me, but this one, it's gonna be better for you if you have more sensitive skin, I think, because the Tatcha I could see for a daily cleanser it being too much for people. Wow, too much for people. I could tell I'm hungover today. I feel like I'm talking like all over the place. So this again, the Rice and Geranium Foaming Cleanser. It is, how much do you get in here? 12-month shelf life. You get 2.46 ounces. It looks smaller. Like when you look at this, you're like, it doesn't look like you get that much, but it's because you don't have to use a lot. That's where it's like, you could easily justify the price. I think just with how little that you have to use, like I think this will last me a really long time. That's what I'm getting at. So there's that. I also have, oh, this might be a hot take on this one. The Chantecaille, the Blue Light Protection Hyaluronic Serum. I don't know what it is about my skin and serums, or like hyaluronic acid serums to be specific. I'm going to pull this up on the screen so you can see just how expensive this is for one. So this retails for $150. When I see like this whole blue light technology, initially I'm just like, y'all are full of shit. I don't know why. I just feel like the blue light is such like a marketing thing. I need to see like cold hard facts and cold hard like picture evidence over time that this actually does make a difference, because I am in front of a screen a lot, especially between doing YouTube videos, doing weddings, all that sort of stuff. Like I'm always in front of technology, so I'm like, all right, let's give this a whirl. Hyaluronic acids, though, they dry out my skin. It's so bizarre because I'm like, I thought this was supposed to like replenish the moisture in your skin. I even will put like water on my face and then put the serum on top so it like sucks in the water, and then I'll seal it with my moisturizer. But there's something like every single time I incorporate a hyaluronic acid into my routine, my skin does not like it. So I haven't even been using this. I tried to start using it, and then it's like, I noticed my skin kind of retracting, and then I'll go to, like, I've tried a bunch of other ones, and it's like, initially it gets me. Initially I really like it, and then over time, I'm just like, no, it doesn't work well with my skin. So, like, this one, if I had to compare between all of my hyaluronic acid type of serums that I've tried, this one is my favorite because I like that it has, like, a slimy texture. So it feels like it's more, like, I don't know, like there's some hyaluronic acids that I'll put on my face and it's, you like rub it in your skin and it's like, where did it go? This one I could actually feel on my skin, and I just really like those, like, I like that sort of a texture. It feels slimy and I don't know why, but I like it. So I'm like, I don't know, for $150 though, I just can't justify for how I feel about my skin when I do use this. I'm just like, it doesn't blow me away. I don't think it's that great. And the whole blue light technology, y'all let me know what you guys think. Because I think those are kind of full of shit. But that's just me and my humble opinion. All right. One more, I'm going to say more skincare type of item, but I'm going to incorporate this into my makeup routine today. So I have the Radiance Elixir. Everyday Edit. sold the shit out of this to me. I'm like, oh my God. When Chantecaille reached out to me and they asked if there's any products that I wanted to try, I'm like, please send me the Radiance Elixir, because this looks so amazing on Grace's skin. It looks incredible. And you know what? It's one of those products you're like, it's so expensive. Can I justify the price for such like a small thing? If you want your skin to look even more radiant, this is like exceptional. I think it is such a beautiful product. I really like putting this on my bare skin. And then I've even incorporated into doing like, I'll put like a drop or two into my foundations. I think for me personally, I do like putting it on like, basically like the high points of my skin, because there's certain times that I don't know, it's like I've used it or I forget to, like whenever I feel like I incorporate it into my makeup, I always forget to use it. But when I'm putting it on in my skincare routine, I feel like it does make a difference as far as just making my skin look radiantly beautiful. Oh, I just put way too much on. But it's like, I'm going to put it on my whole face just so you could really see. That paint on my hand is so distracting for me. But it's like, you could even use this as like a radiant primer. But it's like, I feel like on camera, it's not really capturing just how pretty it makes your skin look. You see how it just makes everything look like a little bit more alive? Because it has that, like, you hear elixir, but it, if anything, it reminds me of like a radiant serum. So I think this is something I'm going to incorporate more into my skincare routine versus putting it into like my foundations and stuff. But if you have like a matte foundation and you want it to be a little bit more radiant, add a drop or two in there, and you're set to go. I just think this is a great, like, multi-purpose type of product. So it's like, I love the smell of it. I love the results that I get from it. Would I pay full price for it? I don't think I'd pay full price, but would I pay for 30% off? Yes, I would. So there's my thoughts on the Radiant Elixir, because this is, I know I had this one pulled up as well. This is $210. Let that sink in really quick. Like, when I'm talking about spency shit, Chantecaille is at the top of the list because their stuff is so expensive. So that's where, am I going to pay $210 for something like that? No. But 30% off I would. Now, let's get into the makeup. I don't have a full face. I don't have like concealer. I think that might be one of the few items that I don't have. So I'm just going to use my Lancome concealer today. And let me lay down some, oh, I just dropped my phone out of my pocket. I'm going to put some silicone-free priming moisturizer just on the center of my face. I was told the bio-lifting serum was better if you were going to spend the money on a serum. I wanted to try something from the bio-lifting line. I think I requested the, like, the bio-lifting mask, I feel like is what I hear the most about. But I don't know. I haven't tried those yet. So if you guys have any feedback, I'm very, very new to Chantecaille, like, very new. So that, like, as soon as I got this stuff, I've basically been using this exclusively. And if you want to see more videos, like, basically all of my past videos for, I think, the past 2 weeks, I'm pretty sure I'm incorporating, like, all of these products, just me randomly applying them in videos. So I'm going to use this first. Cat says, I've been wanting to try their new foundation, but I'm determined to go through one of these ones that I have first. We're going to talk about foundation in just a moment because, bitch, for 30% off, I got one for you. If you have similar skin to me and similar concerns to me, but we'll get there. I've been loving this concealer. I'm pretty sure this is going to end up in my favorites for this month because it is the only concealer that I've used since I got this from Ulta. It's the new Lancome one. So there's that. I feel like the center of my face does look incredibly smooth today. What do you guys think? I think it looks beautiful. I'm just going to use my BK101 just so we're not here for an eternity blending out my concealer. But this is one area that you do see me often use the ROSEWATER is I'll use this. I'll spray my brush or however I'm blending out my cream products. I'll dab it on my hand so it basically like gets in the brush. And then it's like you get that whiff of the rose, and I think it smells beautiful. I love the fact that all their products have that base, basically like that base note of like a fresh bouquet of roses. It smells glorious, but it's not one of those scents that it's like, I think people get nervous like when they hear that stuff is fragranced, because I think of always like Chanel or even like Tom Ford. Like the fragrance is so apparent. Like this one, it's just enough. Like it's light enough where it's not like, oh my God, or it's not a fragrance for me where it's gonna like give me a headache or anything like that. And then especially like when I'm getting ready and stuff, if I get hot, I'm just like, let me squirt my face real quick. And this is again just the main purpose I have for the ROSEWATER. And it's just that really nice fragrance. Okay, so since I don't have a cream contour bronzer from Chantecaille, I'm just going to go and skip over. And I think I'm going to go to foundation. Listen, if you try anything from Chantecaille, even over the powder, and I know, you guys hear me rave about the powder, which I'll rave about in a few minutes. But let me tell you about this Future Skin foundation, okay? So I'm wearing the shade Shea. And I'm just going to let this speak for itself, because my skin looks incredible wearing this foundation. It looks natural. I will say, oh my God, I got my hair mask in my ear. I'm like, why does my ear look funny? It's my hair mask that I put on in the shower. I didn't rinse my ears out good enough. Ew. Okay, so back to the foundation. This is going to be a foundation if you like foundations like I do. I like them to be natural. I like them to have coverage. I typically go for, I will say like medium coverage are typically my favorite, but if it's like a light but buildable, I'll go for that as well. I think this is like a true medium. That's what I'm going to say. I think some people have classified this as like a light coverage. I don't think it's light. I think it's a true medium. So there's that. I see Mo. Future Skin, baby! Look, I wasn't ready. I had just bought the Tom Ford, the Shade and Illuminate, which is $90. I think this retails for, is it like $120? I'm pretty sure that's how much it is. Somebody I know will correct me. It's either like 80 or 120 is sticking out in my head, but I'm leaning more towards 120. I initially got, like I said, the Tom Ford. I got like 3 other ones at the same time. Ever since I got this foundation, I can't fucking stop wearing it. I wore this to film my wedding the other day. I will say that this is not my all-time favorite for longevity. It looked incredible at the end of the day, but I could definitely tell because I was sweating my ass off. I was filming a wedding. So shit got real throughout the day, okay? I was sweating like a mofo. So my face obviously didn't look perfect, but it also didn't look like a sweaty hot mess either. Like, my face should have looked like tragic. That's how sweaty I was. And I'm like, you know what? A bitch look good all day. Oh, okay, the foundation's $79, not on sale, I think. Oh my God, this is not on sale? Are you kidding me? See, that's one thing they didn't tell us was the specifics on products that weren't going to be included. The only ones that I was pretty sure wouldn't be included would be the Philanthropy line, because we had like a little Zoom meeting with Chantecaille like a week or so ago, and they don't usually discount the philanthropy products. Wow, say that 5 times fast. Because they donate with those products. So they don't like to take away on the donation end. So you'll rarely see, actually, I don't think you'll ever see the philanthropy. Like the blushes are what come to mind the most. Oh my God, if this is not on sale, I'm about to be big mad. Okay, you got my ears for $55 with the code. Worth every fucking penny. Okay? Look at my skin. It sells itself. I need to say nothing else. This is my number 1 recommendation for the sale. If it does not work, please oh, okay, when it's not on sale. So it retails for $79, not $120. Thank you for that correction. Thank you. See, they're coming through. The live chat always comes through. The live chat always more prepared than I am. I love you all. Okay, so this one, like I said, on the shade Shea, you get 30 grams or 1 fluid ounce, made in Japan, 12-month shelf life. It's not glass. It's plastic. But it looks more expensive than I think it is. Like, it looks like it would be, like, luxurious. Does that make sense? It's very expensive. It's very expensive for a foundation. But it's worth it, bitch. Look at, this looks so good right here today. I'm telling, it's got to be that mask. I'll keep you guys posted on that mask because I won't use it a ton. It'll be basically like on special occasions or something like that. But I think this looks bomb. Let's give you, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do a zoom. So you could see like color, texture. Let me make sure I'm in focus for you guys. You can see the hair is sticking to my face because I'm sweating already. So you see like right here, I have a pimple right here. So it's like, it still covers it. That's why I say I think that this has a medium. I think I need to put a little bit more on my schnoz. The schnoz area is what always gives me issues with like all foundations. I don't know why. Is anybody else like that? It's like I put foundation here, but it just doesn't like to always stay. Yes, it looks fancy despite not being glass. That's exactly what I think as well. The foundation is 100% worth it. Yes, come through. Encourage everybody else. Tell them I'm not lying. Let's see. Amanda says, I can't wait to use it. Got Refer 17 foundation brush. It's the girl. And girl, it's amazing. And y'all still in the concept store. Ooh, the 17? Oh, I'll have to try that one. I don't have that brush, so I'll have to try that, especially if it's in the concept store. I got that Refer link down below if anybody's interested. It's at the bottom of my description box. So, okay. Back to Chantecaille. That's the Future Skin. I think it makes my skin look incredible. So there's that. If I had to pick one thing, that's it. And then, I forgot to take this out. I forgot my beloved. Hold on, I gotta find it in my drawer. And then we have the powder that's sold out in literally every single packaging. But I will say, the deeper version is still available. At least it was. So this is the Chantecaille, the Flower Power Perfect Blur Finishing Powder. The more that I look at that new packaging, the more that I want it because it just looks so much more like on brand for Chantecaille. So the way that I like to use this powder is with the BK, the 106. I just work this brush in there. I don't have the Chantecaille brushes, but I know they do make brushes for this powder. It's basically like this type of brush, but it looks more flat. This one's a little bit more rounded, which I do want that brush as well. That's one of the things that are on my wish list are the Chantecaille brushes, just so I could try them. But let me tell you, if you guys didn't see my initial review on this collection, the Flower Power, I got everything. Bitch, this makes texture look incredible. And it's just like an easy powder. I think this is a powder for me that would be so ideal for on the go, just because it's a pressed formula. For like setting my makeup and stuff like that, I typically do like a loose powder. But as you can see, I mean, you could clearly set your whole fucking face with this powder. But I think that this, for me, is better for, like, touch-ups or a finishing powder, which is what it's ideal for. But you could use it in place of, like, your setting powder, too. So I'll probably come back to that as well. This better come back. If you see this restocked, highly recommend. I'm not going to say don't even think about it because it is hella expensive. I think that's like an $80 powder. But it's worth it. It's fantastic. But I will say this, like, because initially this powder was my number one until the Future Skin came through. And then I was just like, oh shit. And then that stole the show. And then I also have the Chantecaille The Real Bronze in the shade SIRENA. I love this red packaging. I think it's so cute. It doesn't feel very high-end, but it looks expensive on the inside. Like, this looks luxurious. So it's like, I would love to see an improvement on, like, the outer packaging just to make it a little bit more, like, luxurious feeling. But I'm not going to complain about it because this is also a fantastic product. One of my favorites that I've tried recently. So let me grab, I'm going to use, what brush do I want to use for this? Oh my god, my brushes are like all over the damn place. I'm just going to use my rougher number 5. I'm going to dust it off a little bit just so you can actually see what the shade looks like. How do you guys feel about the Real Bronze though? Because this is a relatively new one for me as well. But I love the fact that it gives you like a slight glow. And this shade for me, it's like just neutral enough. Like it's a perfect neutral for me because cool tones I have to be very careful. There is another shade of these, but I think that this is just perfect for what I would look for. I'm so used to seeing this like on top of a cream or a liquid, like my Charlotte Tilbury contour wand, or what else have I been using? I've been using this a lot, the Hourglass Illume Sheer Color Trio. I'm used to just seeing it over like a cream product, so let's see how this looks just on its own. I think it's beautiful though. It just gives a beautiful like natural looking bronze. It's not too much, especially for my skin tone. I think this will be ideal if you have light skin tone to probably, because I'm like medium, I would say to probably tan, and then after that I think it goes to a more cool toned. So just be mindful of like what undertones that you look for, but I just think this is like a fantastic product for me. And it's natural, it's not overly pigmented, it's really easy to work with. This would be one I'm like, am I gonna buy it? Yep, I would absolutely buy this at full price because it's beautiful, it's nice, and it has a beautiful skin-like finish to it. I don't know, like matte products always look like super dusty on me. And I love the fact that this has that just like natural looking, just very skin-like sort of a sheen. Almost like the Vive products. Like that's one of my favorite thing about Vive is they just look, they look like they're a part of your skin and not like sitting on top of your skin, if that makes sense. So I just think that looks gorgina. And then we have some blushes. So this is where I'm going to say, this is like the easiest thing to skip for the Sylvie sale, just because I'm pretty sure, like you guys could correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that these blushes are not included just because they're a part of the Philanthropy line. So I have the shade Joy, which is the horse, and then I also have Smitten, which is the elephant. If I had to pick between the two, I would go for the elephant just because I like the fact that it's a coral. That's just my preference, but these are hella expensive and I don't think they knock my socks off enough to be like, yeah, I'd pay full price for them, because the packaging is not super high end. Like it looks really cute, like it looks like a pebble. I really like the structure of the packaging. It's just, it feels like it's just like plastic. It feels like it should be more luxurious. But let me tell you what, when I would pay full price for these is if, like, because these come with an overspray on the center. If that overspray went through the whole product, so if, like, the inside of the elephant, if that was, like, a luminous sort of a vibe, and then the outer part was more of a matte, just aesthetically wise, that would be everything. But it's like after your first use, you could see it in my previous videos, it's like you use it one time and that overspray is completely gone. And it's like the whole like luxury aspect of it is just completely gone. So these ones, I'm just like, I think these are a really easy pass because I'm pretty sure these aren't going to be included in the Sylvie sale. And then this one here, this is the Flower Power Cheek shade in the shade, does this have one? Or I think it's just called the Flower Power Cheek shade. So this blush, I think it's pretty, but I think for how much I paid for this, I'm like, I like the formula of it. It's the shade of it. I'm just like, I need to see more. You know, it's a very, very light. So it's like, okay, there's one application. Let's go in with another application. It's just, it's way too light. I want more pigmentation than this. But I think if they did other shades of this, I would be here for it. Because I'm like, you could still see that it has a shade to it. It almost has, there's something about this formula. I think it has like smoothing properties. It almost feels like a blush version of this powder. And I think that's why these kind of went really well together, because I feel like when I apply this, my cheeks look even more smooth. So it's like, I love the formula of this. It's just, I need more in a blush than just getting this almost like barely there sort of a blush. But it's like, if you have more fair skin, this would probably look incredible. Like, I think it still looks beautiful on the skin. It's just for what I look for. I wish that it gave me more punch. I wish it was just a little bit more pigmented. I wish that they would do more shades. If they did more shades, I would be like, take all my money. Because I think this effect right here is stunning. And I remember even during this video, like, at first I wasn't initially, like, blown away. And everybody's like, no, like, your cheeks look really good. I guarantee it's probably going to happen today, too. Like, people are going to say that my cheeks look incredible. And I think that that is more or less, like, the Chantecaille effect is genuinely, like, your skin but better. I think that's very much, like, the branding behind the brand. Am I full of shit today or what? Hey says, I'm grabbing the liquid bronzer during the sale and see how it's going to work. I should probably do like a wish list because there's so many products that I like. I don't know. It's ever since, because you know what? Let's do it real quick. Let's fucking do it. Let me show you the product that I'm just like, don't do it, girl. Don't even think about it. Don't even do it. I gotta find it on the website because I forgot to pull it up beforehand. But I'm like, this was hands down like one of the worst products that I had ever tried. I did a dedicated video to it and I saw earlier today that it's still on the website. I gotta just find it really quick. But when I pull it up, you guys are gonna remember if you've been following me. Oh, it's not on here anymore. It was a face trio. Oh my God. I just saw it earlier today, damn it. Hang on. Let me search. I'm going to search palettes. It was a trio. And I thought it was an eyeshadow trio. And it wasn't. It was an eyeshadow. No, I thought it was a face trio. And it ended up being an eye trio. If you have been thinking about the Safari Collection eye trio, don't do it, girl. Watch my video. Don't fucking do it. Way too expensive. The packaging, it reminds me of, you know, like the Jaclyn Hill face palette that she did with Becca. Packaging wise, it was really nice. These shades looked horrible on me. And I honestly don't think I saw one good review on these. This is the one where I'm like, that turned me off so hard to this brand for a really long time. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I'm ready for this face trio. Bought it, hated it, and I'm like, I will never buy from Chantecaille again. And then I kept hearing everybody talking about this flower power. And then look at us now. Now Chantecaille's sending me shit to talk more shit about their products. Okay, so that's the one that's by far the worst product I've ever tried from Chantecaille. So, let's keep it moving. Let's go to a liquid product. So, let's go to the CHIC GELEE in the shade Vibrant. This is the Hydrating Gel Cream Blush. These have, to me, a striking resemblance to Lisa Eldridge. If you have Lisa Eldridge, or if you've tried her products, this is where I'm like, I could easily confuse the two, simply because they remind me so much of one another. So I'm going to use, actually, I'm going to use that same, the BK106. I apply it the same way. So I have the shade Vibrant. I apply it to my hand first, and then I apply it on top. And it doesn't disturb anything that's underneath it. It's so natural. And just, it's very, I would say, minimal. This is one thing I really like about these products, because when you see it like this, you're like, oh shit, that's really intense. But when you apply it like I do, it's a lot easier to like manipulate it, and you're not going to go out there looking like a clown. And that's the one thing about the Lisa Eldridge that I feel the exact same way. It's like, it's super buildable. It doesn't pick up what's underneath. Like, I'm applying it on top of powder and it works insanely well. This was just the most appealing shade to me because this is just like the typical type of shade that I like. And I think it pairs really well with this blush here. So I really like these. I don't think it's like a revolutionary type of formula. This is going to be more for, in my opinion, for like a beginner with cream blushes. If you want something that's not overly pigmented but gives a very natural looking flush, if you will. Like, that looks gorgeous. Am I right or am I right? And then, speaking of Lisa Eldridge, we'll talk about the Liquid Lumiere, the Anti-Aging Face Illuminator in the shade Sheen. This is another one. It reminds me so much of Lisa Eldridge. Very similar, like, aesthetic, same type of purpose. I'm going to use this as my liquid illuminator. Look at how beautiful, for one. So again, this is the shade Sheen. I'm going to use my BK, the 108. And I'm going to apply this right to the tops. This is just going to give an angelic look to the skin. It is like an angelic, very natural sort of a highlighter. Perfect for every day. Perfect for if you have more mature skin. Look at that cheek moment right there, though. Bitch. But it's like if you have the Lisa Eldridge, you don't need this. Because I'm telling you, they're like exactly the same. They remind me so much of one another. Except the shades are just probably a little bit different. But look at how gorgeous. These are just the types of products that look so ideal on my skin because I have that texture. It's like, bitch, where? Where is the texture? I'll wait. And then I'm hot. So let's go in and do some more rose water. Need a little bit more right there. Boom. That's, again, see how I'm using this? That's exactly how I always use it. I'm just like layering, more layering. Elizabeth taking a break from her schoolwork? Yes. Welcome. Molly says, I like the Lisa Eldridge way more. These are great, though. I think I like the application of the Lisa Eldridge more. But it's, I don't know, I think the results are so similar, though, as far as, like, how my skin looks right now. Gorgina. Okay, let's move on to... We did the cheek products. I don't have the bronzer, like the cream bronzer. I also have this. I don't think that this is available anymore. This was sent to me from one of you guys. The Radiance Chic Cheek and Highlight Duo in the shade Coral. I always hold this in now because this fell out. But these are just like a really beautiful GELEE formula. But I don't know if these are still available on the website. If they are, getting these at 30% off. Definitely recommend. Look how cute the freaking packaging is. That's just like a perfect duo. Very natural. It's not going to give you that beaming highlight effect. It's very just soft, natural. Almost like a more subtle version of something like the Tom Ford. It's not really sparkly. Like, I feel like Tom Ford is even more sparkly than this one here. It's almost like this sort of a vibe, just a powder. Same sort of a thing, though. Okay, so let's move on to... I've got this eyeliner. I don't even really want to use it today because I really don't think that these are worth it. These are the Luster Glide Silk Infused Eyeliner. I have the shade Violet Damask. This is where I'm like, this is just not a product for me because I typically like liners to go, like liners like this to go in my waterline, right? When I use these types of eyeliners, like these ones specifically, it doesn't leave any pigment in my waterline. I have to basically use this on like my lid or I have to use it on the skin underneath my eye. And that's not how I personally like to use liners. I like to go in just like this and I want like full pigmentation. Like it'll leave like a slight reminiscence of a color, but not enough for me. And then you'd have to sit here for a really long time to get like full opacity. And you see how it's just like, no, I don't know. It's like, they're nice. Like, it's a really creamy formula. It's just, this is more ideal for if you do, like, the liner on the lid, which is something I really don't ever do. I like the colors that they have. I really wanted, they had a green one that looked really beautiful. But I'm like, those are, like, $30+. There's just other ones out there that I think are way better. Like, Marc Jacobs highliners that you could probably get for, like, half off right now. Those are just the ones I'm like, I don't think that those are worth, even with the 30% off. I'm like, I still don't think I would buy more. If I did buy one, it would be that green or like a shade that I would use for a purpose like how I had mentioned. If you want something to actually go on your skin versus like your waterline, like I said. I needed a drink. I'm parched today. Holy Toledo. Okay, next thing I have is the Mermaid eye color. I have the shade Starfish. So they had like a little promo, I think it was like a month or so ago. They had this, the bronzer, a blush. It was like a whole little bundle. It came in like a cute little bag. But this is where I felt like these were like almost like the star of the show. It was almost like an ideal, like, one and done sort of a look in general that they were trying to go for. Basically, like a look in a bag, I think it was, or I don't even remember all the details. But I forgot to even use this before. But I am so into products like this right now because, you know what, I love my palettes. I love all that shit. But man, for especially like weddings and stuff, and because it's been so hot, and especially down in my makeup room, I'm like, the last thing that I really want to do is sit in front of these lights for like a half hour just doing my eyeshadow. Something like this has just come in clutch because it's like, it's just easy. Like I can apply it with my finger. I don't even need brushes, or you can use this as a base for something else, which I'll probably end up doing today because I want to showcase these other products as well. But it's just something that's easy. Like, you could throw it all over your lid. You can grab, like, one of these brushes. Let's grab this Wayne Goss. The Wayne Goss number 5. Just to, like, dust the edges. So it looks a little bit more done. But it's like, boom. There's your eye look right there. And it took me about 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, there's definitely a purpose for these. I think I would only get one of these in like a shade that was really appealing to me. I don't think this is something that I need them all, but I really like the finish that these have. But if I had to pick like a singles, if I'm going to pick one single, it's these. These are the luminescent eyeshadow. I have Rhinoceros and Zebra. So Zebra was the first one that I had. And initially I was like, okay, these are cute. Like, I could fucks with these. I could get down with something like this. It looks shiny. It looks reflective. It looks beautiful, right? The packaging is super cute. So then I saw the Rhinoceros shade. And I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me, baking powder? I thought that this was green, but let me tell you. This shade is so unique for my collection. Like, I have a decent sized collection. I don't have anything in my collection that looks like that. At least that I could think of off the top of my head. I love this. Love, love, love this. If you see the last video, like when I initially got all this stuff and I was starting to use it, this is what I put like all over my eyes and it looked gorgeous. So beautiful, but these are like $55. Insanely expensive. This one's worth it. This one here, like the Zebra, I think it's beautiful. But I could be like, okay, I have stuff like this in my collection already. Because it's basically just like a coppery pink. It's this one here. It looks green. It looks taupe. It looks like so many different colors. And then it's got the most beautiful sparkle. Oh my god. But since I feel that this one goes much better with what I have going on, I'm going to use this one on my eyeballs. Just so you can see, it just gives basically a light wash of color, but it gives also a really beautiful metallic sort of a finish. It's a little bit more like to the touch. It doesn't feel like a super soft and silky type of formula. But it's the ease of the use for these. And I love the fact that I'm like, I could just use my finger and be set. But you see how much of a difference that just made? It was just like, this is unnecessary. I appreciate you. Thank you for putting those in there. She's tagging those videos for you guys for your viewing pleasure. If you guys want to watch those videos after. But I'm like, I think these are beautiful. But if I had to pick one, it's 100% Rhinoceros. Zebra's cute, but Rhinoceros is winning. Okay, let's move on to the like $78 mascara. All right, this is the time because I'm nosy as fuck. This is the time I'm buying this. It's the Faux CILS Longest Lash Mascara. Like I said, it's like $77. I think it's $78. So insanely expensive for a fucking mascara. Okay, I mean, isn't mascara supposed to get thrown out after like 3 months, 6 months? I never do that, but some people do. So this mascara, I'm looking for my eyelash curler. This mascara, it's supposed to help with lash length. So I've been trying to use this. I don't think I've been using it long enough still because I don't wear makeup every single day and I don't wear mascara every single day. I need to give one of these to my mom so she can wear it because no matter what, my mom ain't leaving the house without mascara. And if it were to make a difference for her, I would 100% like stamp up approval this, just because it's like I notice a difference with my lashes, but I don't think it's anything crazy quite yet. But I do notice like something is different. So I'm gonna judge this basically off of, I'm dropping fucking everything today. I'm a mess. I don't know why you guys watch my videos. So I really like the applicator for this mascara. It reminds me, honestly, though, of like L'Oreal. What was it? L'Oreal, not telescopic. What is the name of it? Voluminous. It has a very similar aesthetic to L'Oreal Voluminous, I think. But I do notice, ever since I've been using this, my lashes do look a little bit different. They look a little bit more, I would say, like coated. Because this is why I always wear false lashes, is because I hate the way that my lashes look without them. It's just like, where are they? What's the purpose of them? So ever since I started using this, I'm noticing slight differences, but it's not enough to be like, oh my God, you need to buy this for $70+. No. If you're nosy and you want to see if a mascara is going to make a difference for you, this is the time to get it. Because it's 30% off and you're going to save a significant amount of money on a mascara that's so expensive. So this, for me, like, this would be the time, like, I should pick one of these up for my mom for, like, Christmas or something. Because I think if this actually does work, she would love it. Because, like I said, she don't leave the house without wearing mascara. She always, always, always has mascara on. I, unfortunately, am not that bitch. I just got mascara all over my eyeballs, but you'll get it. I'll wipe it off in a minute. So that mascara, I'm like, okay, if you're nosy and you want to know if it works, this would be the time to get it. I haven't noticed that dramatic of results yet, but it's because I don't wear it every single day. So even when I do wear it, it's usually not all day long either. So there's supposedly like peptides and stuff that's supposed to encourage hair growth. I don't fucking know. That's all that I'm gonna say about it. But if you've been wondering, this would be my suggestion on take the plunge now while you can get that 30% off. Okay, let's move on to one of my favorite products from Chantecaille, and that is their lip cheeks. I have talked and worn this freaking lip cheek so many times. Cappuccine. This was from the Flower Power collection. And it is the most beautiful, like, juicy, orangey, corally lip of all time. So then I'm like, all right, there's not every single day that I want, like, a corally orange lip, right? I need to get, like, a nude version of these. This is Coral Belle, and this is going to be more of, like, a bright pink. I need to get one that is just like a neutral pink, because I know that there's one and it's got green packaging. I love these. I've talked about these so many different times. I love the packaging. Like, this packaging feels luxurious. It's got beautiful, just like embossing on here. It's got the brand name. They look so beautiful, right? So then, this was with the promo that they did last month, the one that I was talking about with like the look in like a little bag or whatever. I don't think I've used these once yet. These are the Lip Tint Hydrating Balm, and I wanted to wear this today just to see what it looks like on my lips in the shade Beach Rose. So this is just going to be like a tinted lip balm. But let me tell you what, if Chantecaille does anything right, it's fucking lip products. I love how they just like melt onto your lip. And they just look so juicy. Oh yeah, and that feels so hydrating. This feels like something I'll probably have to reapply quite a bit. But it's like, what a basic tinted balm. That's basically all that it was. And then this came. This is the, I think these are just like the lip glosses. The Brilliant Gloss. I picked up the shade Love, which I think is one of like Angelina Jolie's favorites. I was pleasantly surprised by this formula because, like, look how juicy it looks. This applicator, like, I used to be so against brush applicators until Scott Barnes. If you love Scott Barnes glosses, as far as like how you can get a precise application from a precise brush just to get that Cupid's bow, the bottom of the lip. Yes, bitch. Love that. Like that lip combo, they murder it when it comes to lip products. Now, I don't have any like things to fill in the brows with from Chantecaille, but I do have the Full Brow Perfecting Gel. Now, this reminds me so much of a better version of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel. And the reason I say a better version is because of this applicator. It's short bristles on one side, but then it's longer bristles on the other side. I think that's so smart because not everybody has like super short lashes or super long lashes. It just gives you more of a variety, and this is just, it's just a clear brow gel. That's all that it is. So if you have unruly brows, or if you just want your brows to stay in place and not move, they're not going to look like anything exceptional today because I'm not filling them in. But I wanted you to see exactly like how this will actually like lay my brows down without anything kind of interfering with it. But if you've been watching my videos, like this is literally all that I've been using is this. That's it. So I think that's everything that I have from Chantecaille. In summary, if I'm telling you, like, if you come to me and you're like, Brittany, what are the things that I should really try from Chantecaille? I'm going to tell you, try at least one of their lip products. At least one. Try the Future Skin. And if you can get your hands on it, that blur powder. Because I think it's beautiful. I would love to see, like, if they come out with more of these, like these blushes, in just more like vibrant colors, this will be everything. So, so nice. I want Chantecaille to really say blur, a body blur powder. I mean, you could still use this as a body powder. Like, I feel like a body brush that I had, I don't think I have it down here anymore. Oh, even I have like this one. This is a bigger one. This is from Alamar Cosmetics, I think. Like, this pan size is large. Like, you could easily fit, like, a body brush in there and just use it on your bod, right? I look so fucked up, like, so undone like this. Let's, like, clean up a little bit. I'm looking like a hot mess. What are your guys' favorite products from Chantecaille? Like, do you guys have any questions for me? Are you guys shopping the sale? Have you already shopped the sale? What's the tea, sis? What's happening? I know I haven't been, like, active really at all on YouTube or Instagram lately because it's like I quit my job, but I'm so busy. Like, what the fuck? But it probably couldn't have come at, like, a more perfect time, so I actually had time to pay attention to the other things. Like, we had my stepson's grad party last night, which is why I was a little under the weather today. So there's that, and I had a wedding the other day, too. Thank you, Molly. She said this look is beautiful. I think this is very much a look that is very skin-focused, very put together, and this would not take me long at all if I wasn't sitting here blabbing. Like, how long have we been here? 58 minutes? There's no way that this look would take me an hour. No way. 15 minutes tops. If I'm just like, boom, 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 boom. What would take me the longest is, like, finding all of my products that I need to use. Let's see. Backchat Beauty says, I think Chantecaille give that perfect, low-effort, French chic look. If you see, like, the family from Chantecaille, like, they all have that very, like, minimal, very just, like, natural beauty. That is very much, I think, also, like, the aesthetic. April asks, is the powder still available? I don't think it is currently. I'm going to keep checking, like, daily. So keep an eye on, like, my community page. Keep an eye on my Instagram, my Insta story. If I see it come up, I'll make sure that I share it so you guys know. But I think right now, the only one that's available is the flower powder in the, like, medium deep shade. I think that's the only one. But I think all the other ones are on, like, you have to push notifications. So if you guys do have any other questions, just leave them in the comments down below after this video posts. Let me know what you guys thought, what your favorite product was, if you're shopping, or if you're just like, nah, bitch, I ain't spending my money. That's cool, too. I may or may not have other things on my eyes, or my eyes on other things. But you know what? I've got so much shit coming from this Nordstrom anniversary sale. I don't know what to do with, like, the room in here. Yikes. If you could only see what's behind me. It's terrifying. Let's see. Already shopped. Blurring powder is awesome. Yes. Have I tried any of their CBD products from them? I have not. CBD is one of those things, too. I'm just like, but does it actually work in skincare products? You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Foundation, mascara, and lips. Blur powder if it comes back. Yes. Totally agree. The Lip Chic and Honeysuckle is the most beautiful nude. That's the one that I want. I want to get that one. So I might actually shop the sale myself and get that. Yes. Oh, Mo Makeup Mo Beauty says the CBD moisturizer is super calming. Yes. I love it. Guys, always let me know. Let me know your guys' thoughts on all these products. If you differ from me, I think this look is gorgina. If you guys enjoyed today's video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. That's cool too. I feel like I'm going to cough. I'll be back tomorrow evening for new makeup releases. We're going to kick off a new week. I'll get my shit together. I'll have more content for you. I have my Nordstrom stuff coming in. So be ready for a haul because that's going to be a hot mess. Declutter series is about to start. Organization videos are about to start. Get ready. Turn on your notifications. Subscribe. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Probably like 8:30, 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, bye!